will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Longhorns offense will get the ball first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning since, I don't know, Tim Tebow? People are expecting so much out of this young quarterback. If he hits the ceiling, David, this is going to be a really tough team to beat.
And he showed you flashes a year ago when he filled in for Quinn Ewers, and I think those flashes were so great. And then Texas, man, this is a program that's on the rise. The last couple of years, making it to the Final Four in the sport, they're ready to take that next step.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. Fourth and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. So Jacksonville State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Finding open areas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Makes the grab. It's Smith. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the 1st half. We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on own. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the 1st half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the 2nd half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
2nd down coming up. To throw, it's Nelson. Makes the catch. Wide open spaces. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
One of the things that really impresses me about this receiving group is their physical receivers. They can break tackles. They don't just go down as soon as someone gets close to them. These guys are always fighting for it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Inside the 45. Oh, a lot of space. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Keeps it going. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Makes the grab. It's Smith.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. That's caught, it's Smith.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Going up top again. Looking deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run this play from the pistol. Going to the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. The Gamecocks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Ends it off on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slogfest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
A lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously, and I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity.
Start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ole Miss offense will have the football first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Smokey the Cannon not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hampton. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The option look. He'll pitch it. Turn it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And this less-than-stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. Looking to throw, it's Hampton. Here's the pressure. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Offensive coaches love this situation. Get a score late in the first half and a chance to tack one on early in the second.
It's like a double dip. They did a great job executing there in that 2-minute situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business.
And that's exactly how you draw it up, and that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam, next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Here comes the offense on second down. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff, and these The Falcons will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. kick, swipe of possession, big time risky, and also very confident. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Got a man, it's Taylor. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Sends it back in motion. On the option. Now the toss. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
The pitch. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throwing on the run. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the...
There he goes. It's a running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
They call it the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback, but man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. Running back takes it all the way for the huge touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
Texas 7, Virginia Tech 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Try to get it to the edge. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. The run to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the move and looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Hokies will hustle to the line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence.
Touchdown, Hokies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy sprint, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Catch in the middle, it's Woods. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Third down, offense trying to go option, seeing if they could outflank the defense by pitching it, but nothing there. Great penetration up front. The defense looked like they were ready for it, guys, and they were able to come away with a massive negative play.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long. The percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. They want to throw it. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll run the option. Makes the play in the backfield again. And the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking deep. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Hokies will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Hard running there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Purdy on the Jets. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the offense continues to run the football. A second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Hokies headed quickly to the line. Taylor has it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Give to the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Spits it out to the mat. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hokies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some.
It's a seam wide open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways and try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The give from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Gets the back moving. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Aguilar. That's reeled in, it's Smith. He's loose. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense